And we are live once again with some more Train Sim World 4. Welcome to the stream. There's actually nobody here for the first time, so it's me alone kicking it off. But of course, if you're watching the replay of this, then you're very, very welcome to the stream. You're very welcome to the channel, and you're very welcome to Train Sim World 4. Today, as you can tell by the title, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we have the new quote-unquote Köln-aachen timetable. I cannot pronounce the Train Sim World name for the routes to save my life. Chanel Fosterke, I think, something of the sort. Köln. So yeah, that's the last time I'm going to try that until when the bill comes and corrects me. So just a breakdown for the route itself and what to expect and what comes with it. Of course, I'm not expecting to see every single thing today, but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. 3 hours is quite a long time, so let's see what we can fit in it. So first and foremost, this mod has been created by two Martins on the Train Sim community website. I'm not sure of his forum name. So we've got quite a handful of services that are playable. We've got the RE1, which uses the Talent 2. That goes the full length, Cologne to Aachen. And it stands in for the Desero HC, which you don't have in game. We have the RE9 between Cologne and Aachen, which is a mix of Talent 2s and Dosto 146 combos. We have the RE38 between Cologne and Horum with the BR628, which stands in for the Talent 1. We have the RB20. Sorry, that was the RB38, the previous one. We have the RB20 between Düren and Langewehr and Stolberg and Aachen with a 628 also. That stands in on the RB20 for the EU Regiobahn Talent 1. We have the RB25, which goes between Cologne and Hans-Soring-Siding with a 628, and that stands in for Linz. S19 between Cologne and Aachen with a 423. S12 between Cologne and Horum with a 423. ICE3M services between Cologne and Aachen using the 406, with coupling services using the 403. ICE1/3 depot moves from Cologne Hauptbahnhof to depot and back, and freight services with varying loadouts between Cologne and Aachen using the Vectron and the 185 and the 66, which I've seen. There are a couple of freight services that can be done with the 66 as well. And other lines of services that are AI only, again, there's quite a few. The RB21 and 28, which use a 628, and that stands in for the Regio Sprinter. We have the RB27, that's using the 425, the RE8 using the 425, the RE4, 5 and 6 using the DB Talent 2, RE7 uses the Talent 2, as does the RB48 and RE18, RB26 uses the 425, RB33 uses the Talent 2, RE22, RE12 and RB24 all use the 628, and the S11 uses the 423 and one pair of intercity coaches with the 101. So already it looks a lot more fleshed out than the Toronto commuter mod, which was good in its own right relative to sort of what the route originally was. And of course, that means, as you would expect, the list of requirements has also increased. So in order to run this timetable, you'll need, of course, the route itself. You'll need the New Journeys expansion. You'll need the Castle to Wurzburg route. You'll need the Vorarlberg and the Vectron loco. You need Dresden Riese as well. So that's what was that route called? I don't remember the name for it, but it's Dresden to Riese. You can just Google it. Linke Rheinstrecke, Niedertorbahn, the Duisburg to Bochum route, which is, I think, either HRR or RRO, one of them. The BR101, Loco DLC, and Southeastern High Speed. So it seems like you could get away with not having every single one, but you'd be limited to what would be available to you, similar to when a DLC is officially released and layers are dependent on what you already own. But I can't guarantee that. I've got all the DLC and all the routes, so I am yet to try it without having every single thing installed. So anyway, let's get to it. I don't think these are... You know what? I wonder if these just could be scenarios added by the new journeys. So I can't guarantee that the mod comes with anything, any scenarios specifically. I think those come with the new journeys expansion. Okay. So yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different locos available, and not really often seen for German routes, a somewhat variety of colors and liveries as well. So that's quite different to see. I was wanting to have a look at the Creators Club and see what other liveries I could get installed, but I didn't have time for that, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do. So I don't know whether I'll do this by loco. So let's go back to the website itself, and I'll drive the line sort of as they are there. So we'll start with the RE1, which is Driven of the Talent 2. It looks like we're going to do quite a bit of Driven of the Talent 2 and the 423. But I think they're pretty good trains anyway in their own right, so it's not too much of a biggie. So we'll start with the RE1, which runs the whole length of Cologne to Aachen with the Talent 2. A lot of variants of this of this loco. But obviously we'll take the Köln versions. So I'll take this one. And we'll run an 8:45. This is an hour long, to be fair. We're on an hour, yeah, we're on an RE. Well, no, actually, no. Let's run an RE1 and then we'll run an RE9. I want to see the RE1 services are like. So here's an RE1 service. All right, so it definitely has been a hell of a while since I've driven this. Oh, okay. Let's try and get back into the swing of things. So what do we have here? Starting from the right side, we'll sort of pan left. Of course, we'll be running with CFAR, PZB, and LZB. I know some trains, of course, run with LZB on here. Why are my screens on? Do I need to turn on the battery? I do indeed. So let's do that then. Where's the battery? There we go. So hold that. I'm not sure how long I have to hold it on for. There we go. So we turn on PZB while we're here. CFAR as well, of course. LZB is not available on this train. Alrighty. So let's get the pantograph up and close the circuit breaker. There we go. Now we have power. So one thing I'm noticing with these timetable mods, I didn't really encounter it yesterday with the Toronto commuter, but we did encounter it with the Niedertorbahn timetable, is that I do wish I knew what these were for as well and when to use them. I think they are utilized. One thing I've noticed is that the trays need to be cold started, and I think that was my difficulty with Nidotoban, is that I just didn't know how to cold start the 628. That wasn't something that was covered by the training module for it, unfortunately. There we go. I think. I hope. We have power. Why are we not moving? There's not a handbrake active somewhere, is there? I wonder what that light is for. I thought there might be a button for the handbrake, but that doesn't seem like it. I mean, we have power, as you can see. We're just not doing anything with it. Unless I need to adjust something within the settings as we cold started the train. Set our PIS. Yeah, I don't know why we're not moving. I wonder if I just selected the wrong version. The wrong version of the train. I think we've got a brake applied here, but what that's for, I could not tell you for the life of me. And I don't see a parking brake anywhere. Instrument light, they must for the lights. Yeah, maybe I should just give another talent 2 a go. Or perhaps this was made with the talent 2 for Castle Wurzburg in mind? I'm not too sure. Let's have a little look at the website and see if there's anything that okay. There's not any like section for issues. And I haven't seen anyone comment on it. I guess let's try and run it with a Castle Wurzburg 423 and see if that sorts us out. Oh, this is a whole different. Seems to be a whole different. Hold on a second. So it seems for every version of the Talent 2, there's a different set of services. So got a bunch of RE9s here. So I believe is what we wanted. Let's do this one. So this is basically the reverse of what we would have done and the previous one. Let's just hope we can get the train run. It really sucks if we can't. Also, that means the 628. I'll probably struggle to get the 628 going as well. All right. Let's get a battery on. All right, that's in order. It could have just been a thing of doing things out of order. We did a lot of things before we turned the battery on previously. Put that to on. Set that to forward. Put the pantograph up. And close the circuit. Passenger lights on. Headlights. Set it to dimmed. Brake. Set to release. I wonder if I need to hold it in the release position. It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it's making a difference at all. I don't think we messed with anything here. So let's see. I mean, we still only get the top gauge moving. I wonder what it could be. I think what would be a good idea is to... What would be a good idea is to run a regular service on that route with the Talent 2 and see if there's any way, if there's any difference in the way that the train's set up. Did I press scenarios? I think I did the journey mode. So back to an army of reds. So yeah, let's do something we've run already. So let's try and do that. Now, of course, the train would be set up already, so there won't be any cold start. But hopefully, it gives us an idea, like I said, of what may have been going on. So let's see. Okay. Right, so we've got the red needle here, which I don't think it was there before, previously. We've had the high 77 button on. Now, from like looking at it straight away, the first thing I can see is that this is different. So if I turn that off, right, so the red needle's rising. If I turn it on, doesn't seem to be making a difference. Now, completely ignoring the instruction set. Once the switch is on, of course we'll set it to forward. Now let's say we just wanted to get moving. Right, so it took it getting all the way to 64% power, which I believe I've tried more than that to get it moving, but it's moving. If the red needle is an hour clock, let's say it's in the 12:55 position. In the 12:55, well no, the red needle's even still moving. I do wish I've completely understood that. Did you have the kilonewtons in pink before? We got a blue and yellow kilowatt hour readings there. I'm really trying to look for the smallest, the smallest details. Whatever this yellow light is still on. There's nothing here. It can't be anything there. It's not this. So yeah, the only thing I can see that's different, really, is that this is on. The high 77 centimeter button is on. But aside from that, another. So in that case, let me just take a picture of this screen. And I don't think we need to mess with anything there, to be honest. There's not really much to mess around with, to be honest. No idea what that is. Cool. All right, well, let's now transfer ourselves back to the new timetable and see. So it seemed like that second gauge was on the move. How or why or what caused it, I don't know. But I think that that is the a key in solving our problem. It's an RE9, wasn't it, that we wanted to take? I don't want to take that one. It's a little too early. We'll take this one. I think that was the first. That was the one we initially wanted to do. Where is everyone today? Why am I sitting here alone? No Nabil, no Punk, no Connor, no Hayasmat, no Locomotive Guy. I'm sitting here alone. All right, so let's have a... All right, so first things first. We'll start from here. Cool, now that's on. Turn all of that on. Right, so this obviously right now. Well, let's move it. It's climbing. Let's see how far. Let's see how far it gets. Raise the pantograph. Let me hold it for a little bit longer. Okay. So as much as we have 15 kilovolts on both, in the previous screen, there was a kilonewton in a pink box. Well, the letters kilonewton, KN, in a pink box, and there was nothing here. And this is... I mean, this is on the move, so I don't think it's that now. I was certain it was. We'll turn the high 77 centimeter on. What's this coming in? 628. Just departing. Right, so I'm pretty sure that sort of sign perhaps means that our brakes are being held. Which then begs the question, why? Because I don't see how it can be sorted. I don't see how it can be sorted here. Nothing obviously can be done on here. Oh, here's our parking brakes. There you go. It was the parking brake after. I couldn't bloody... It was in front of me the whole time and I couldn't see it. Well, hey, at least we sorted it. So we're going towards Aachen. Are we going the full way though? I did not mean to unlock the left doors. Yeah. So we set that to Aachen. Okay. And now we even got both of them now filled up. All right, cool. Well, yes, that's also sort everything else now, which I don't think there was much of. Everything was pretty much sorted. So we'll get our doors closed. And make our way. And the indirect brake is released. Now we're gonna get moving. There we go. So it only took us the best part of 25 minutes. But we are on the move. This route could really do, in my opinion, with a TOD 4 upgrade. I think it would complement it beautifully. So we'll run it off the tempo map, which is a fancy word for cruise control, I think. Not necessarily cruise control, it basically works the same way that AFB does. Cifa's very... I can't even see Cifa popping up. I'll try and keep an eye out for it. Hey, we've got someone. It took 40 minutes. Hello, Nabil. How you doing, bro? You're literally the first person here. No one. There's been no one. But I won't even lie. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because I've only just managed to get the train moving. I've just left Cologne main station. Because I had trouble, I couldn't find the parking brake release for this train. Although once again it was in front of me the whole time, just like when we were playing Simrail the other day, and the cruise control was the one button that I didn't click on, and it was right there in front of me and I couldn't find it. You were out. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good time, man. Can I put the displays in dark modes? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. Oh, if we're here, innit? There you go. What, it's hurting your eyes? You know what? That makes it a lot easier to see Cifa now. Hey, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, it is way better. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot better. I don't know what's happened to my voice. I don't know if that comes off on stream, but my voice, I don't know. Something's off with my voice. It's been that way for a couple of days now. I doubt those buttons or those options at the bottom of the Ebula are active. Came in way too hot. That was silly. Also, as we come to a stop, also I wonder if it's going to be a situation with all of these modded timetables that the signal will be red until we stop at the station and open our doors. They make it easy if you drive with kilometers an hour. I mean, for me, I'm fine because I know all the I know all of the translations, if that makes sense. I know like 99 miles an hour is 160. I know that 37 kilometers is, 60 kilometers is 37 miles an hour, 50 kilometers is 31. 40 is 25, 40 kilometers, 25 miles an hour. Hello, Connor. How you doing? But if you want to make it easier for yourself, Nabil, if you want me to turn it on for you, bro, I can do that. But yeah, I know 15 miles an hour is 30 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. That one I'm not 100%, but I think that's the translation. $25 kilometers. I only mind if I would drive myself. Makes sense. That makes sense. I really wish I didn't mess up PZB there, because yeah, we've got another yellow coming up. After which we should be able to fly to Horam at 160 k's. We would normally activate the cruise control. 1 second, Nabil. You would normally activate the cruise control when you reach your destination, makes it easier. That makes sense, because when you turn it on, it starts with your current speed, right? Although, you know what? It looks like for now I'm gonna have to manually manage everything. With AFP it's obviously different, yeah. How am I? I'm doing very well, Connor, thank you, mate. I'm doing very well. How are you? How are you doing, Connor? Alright, so I wonder, well, I say I wonder, I'm pretty certain we've got something ahead of us somewhere. Oh, I'm not too sure actually. I guess let us come to a stop and then we'll take a proper look, see what the situation is. What happened in the 40 minutes? Nothing. 10 minutes of it was just a stream, like, you know, the little 10-minute countdown. And when you came, I had just left Cologne for the first time because I couldn't find the parking brake for this train. And yes, I know it's right there. I know, but I couldn't find it. So it's like I set up the train correctly, because one thing I've realized with a lot of these modded timetables, you'll start the train from a cold start. So you have to turn the battery on and everything. I did everything was in order. I just couldn't find the parking brake. That was the only thing. And I spent all that time trying to see why I couldn't get the train moving. I would love more red signals and regular timetables. Yeah, for sure. As long as they're like real, you know, not the ones that you get that just changed because you've reached the station, but the real ones. Who remembers, by the way, I just as a throwback, who remembers this whole Pringles thing where there was a competition and they were meant to put you, like whoever won the competition, they were going to put them in the game. What happened to that? I never saw anyone in the game. They had that one character that was like always around the like the boards and the signs, but I never saw anything anything else happen. I did not like it. Yeah, that was a strange time, and we never really ever got told what happened with what's that advertisement thing they brought in, where they were gonna have real advertisements in the game. We still don't know what happened with that. They said they were gonna stop taking them down. Bid stack, yeah, that's the one. Bid stack. I actually was quite a fan of that. Like, okay, yeah, corporations and this and that, greed. I don't care. It was gonna make the game more realistic. We were gonna see real ads. I was actually like, I liked it. And then they took them all off, and then that's it. We just never heard anything again. I think we at least deserved to know something. Like, hey, you guys have brought this thing in, made some noise about it, and then just took it out. Good thing that EPs are real ads, yeah, right? Because yeah, some of the ads are pretty creative that Dovetail will put in themselves, but they're not realistic. So yeah, kind of sucks. I haven't, you know, I forgot. I'll be so honest with you, I forgot. I keep forgetting. After we spoke about it last time, and then you made me change my mind to install them, I genuinely have just forgotten. So remind me again. Or send me, I have the link in my bookmarks, but send me the link anyway on Discord, so that when I see it after my stream's finished, I can download them. Thank you. Oh no. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too fussed about the rank because well, when I was playing regularly, it was just constantly up and down and up and down and up and down. Although on bad days, I'd lose like 3 levels. I'd lose like 3 stages in one day when I had a really bad time, and I would die like first. That's what I don't understand with myself, you know. I struggle to have consistency in these sort of games. It was the same thing with Warzone. I could come in one day and just drop like 6-7 kills a game, every single game, and then the next day I'm the first to die. You know how many times I've been the first to die in Fortnite? As in the first person to die. They give you like XP for it. For the first person to die in the whole game. It's happened to me so many times. Because I would, like, as soon as the doors are open, I would just go down, just straight down. And then nothing would come of it. Man, it was depressing. But yeah, I really think, I don't think, I know they put us in your lobbies. Because when I was starting to play ranked at the beginning, if you remember, you play with bots. You play with bots as you level up. Obviously, you start to they introduce more real plays and stuff like that. But at the beginning, you start with bots. Yesterday, we didn't play against bots. How am I unranked and I'm playing against like other platinum players? Well, that's the thing, Nabil. I wanted to be a sweat. I envisioned myself as a sweat. I wanted to manifest it. But it wasn't to be. Yo, I gotta slow down real hard to avoid PZB catching my ass. Sorry to all the passengers. Alright, we good. Yeah, I know. But like, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, I can have this real faith in myself that I'm at that level, whereby I'm not. But I like to believe I am. And so it doesn't always work out. sometimes you pay the price for having such a mindset. But I think the aim for this season is to play with our brains, not just charge at everything, not just tackle everything. Just try and play a little bit smart. Try and manage loot, of course, not just hide and try and get loot, because if we end up making it, for example, you know, in the final round, we're gonna need good loot. So yeah, it's just about playing smart. I think that's gonna be my motto. No. I mean, look, what if we're looted, yeah, if you have a lot of loot, then cool, you can camp. But if you don't, or just hide in a bush with a sniper. Who's gonna tell you anything? The island's good for loot. Yeah. No, your spot yesterday was crazy. I won't even lie. Between that slurp thing, the slurp truck, and the chest and stuff, and just the fact that nobody lands there, yeah, it's a crazy drop. I won't even lie. Crazy drop. But it just needs time. It just needs time. Like, I need like maybe some days, maybe 2 days of playing to warm up, and then after that I'll be locked in. And then as soon as I buy the battle pass here, it's like there's a switch and it clicks in my head. After that, I'm unstoppable. How long ago is chapter 5 now? You know, I've lost all sense of like chapters and stuff like that. All I know is I played Fortnite and finished at season 3 years and years ago. Since then, I don't know what the whole situation of the seasons and chapters. And last season, okay. How can that be the first spot? How the hell did you find that spot? You must have been looking to hide. How does that end up being the first spot you ever land at? That's funny. Right, 12 miles to Duran. These Silent 2s are cheeky, you know. I like them. And how do you even remember that that's where you landed? Or I guess maybe that was just that good of a spot. I've never found that spot, you know. And I played a lot of Fortnite. Even on Twitch, right now, Nabil, right now, if you go on my videos and go to the bottom, you'll just see Fortnite. I should have clipped my win, man. Oh, my lot, I can't believe it. I'm still gassed about that win. I was really looking for a spot where no one... bro, I can tell. I can tell. The thing is with me, I didn't want to... The thing is with me, I would try and look for those kind of spots. I don't know how I didn't find that one, but I would try and look for those kind of spots. And whenever I'd find somewhere that I think is quiet, there's at least 2 people that have followed me there. Every time. So I gave up. So I just started landing in just like main in POIs and just having my own little house where I would loot. You know what, with how much I used to play and it was always ranked and always no build, I wonder if I ever came across you. I wonder if we ever like crossed paths. We were in the same match or anything like that. That would be crazy. Also, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, Lego Fortnite is a nice, like, honestly, it's actually a nice game. You'd be surprised. It's very like, it's a nice change of pace from all the sweating and running and anxiousness and nervousness and adrenaline. You go to Lego Fortnite and it's relaxing, man. It doesn't leave you depressed, doesn't leave you stressed out. You're not sweating. It's calm. And then last season you can easily get to Grand Glacier with the tunnel. What tunnel? Wait, the tunnel under the mountains. Hello, Punk. You're tired. I'll see you in a couple of hours then. Now, today there's a bit more going on today. There's a bit more going on. We've got quite a funky timetable today. With a lot of variations. A lot going on in this timetable. I covered it all at the beginning, but once we finish this run, I'll cover it again. We've got the Class 66 in this timetable. What are your thoughts so far? Punk, I'll be very honest with you, yeah? I genuinely spent 25 minutes trying to get this train moving because I couldn't find the parking brake. So this is my first run. I mean, so far, I don't think there's not enough for me. I haven't really seen enough to speak on. But from what the route offers, there's a lot. And it's based on like real stats to a degree, so. Separate timetable, yeah, like Pong said. Separate timetable. So if you have all the DLC, you'll obviously see the regular one, and then you'll see the new journeys timetable, and then you'll see this timetable as well. The only awkward thing is, I've just got the Freightliner livery for the 66, so it'd be very awkward if I see the 66 and it's in Freightliner livery. So let's hope it's the Deutschbahn one. From there was one screenshot on the Train Sim community website where there were about 20 Talent 2s in a siding at night time. So it seems like we've got quite a few quite realistic operations in terms of stabling. I think even the freight runs like at a realistic rate as well. It runs past, the timetable goes past midnight. That was not a thing achievable back in the day on TSW2, so I'm not sure how they managed to do it, but props. Props to the devs. So yeah, man, we've got both ICEs on here as well. Basically, the plethora of, I mean, the links over on YouTube. The plethora of deals of different trains delays. You've got a 628 from Niedertorbahn. You got the Talent 2, of course. Almost every freight loco that we have in Germany. There's just a lot, basically. Like I said, once we've done this run, I'll go back and show you guys everything and run through the runs that are available. But it's loaded. I mean, to be honest, I think I spent like 10 minutes just going over, like doing an overview of the timetable. So I don't think I was that much of a specialton in setting up this train. But I literally, this one button here, now it has P, the same as the car. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but I didn't notice it. I started from here, going this way, skipped it completely, and started looking here. Couldn't find it. There's a yellow button, the yellow light that's on there. I thought, okay, maybe that's got something to do with it. Went and done a normal run on the normal timetable with the Talent 2 to see what could possibly be wrong. It wasn't great. Oh no, trust Pong, this is literally our first run of the stream, where we've only stopped at about 2 stations, I think. This run's got quite big gaps between stations, so no, you really haven't missed much. Like I said, just an overview of the route, which I'll do again. But yeah, there are like 8 different runs you can do, and then like another 8 runs that are AI only, and then you've got the freight ones as well. Only thing is, I'm not really seeing much activity, which is interesting. And I wonder why that is. I'm pretty certain that everything that is available to the player is also available to, AI. So with everything we have, I'm not sure we haven't seen much. We saw the 628 depart from Cologne, Cologne main station, and that's really it. Well, we've seen a 187 carrying some freight. Was it a 187 or was it a 146? I'm not too sure. But yeah, when we were held at that red light, there was something or the other. But yeah, that little 15-20 minutes was a stinker, I won't even lie. I don't know, I have these moments, for the most part, you can put me in any train in the game that's over 100 and I'll be able to get myself going. I'd say maybe 8 out of 10 times, you know, cold start included. But sometimes I'll just lose all my brain cells and just be absolutely clueless. Why, I don't know exactly what determines it, but such is the situation. I'm looking forward to Simro tomorrow and seeing how that will do. You need to be on the ball to keep up with the timetable as well. You need to actually be on it. Yeah, I'm really curious as to why, like, we've barely seen any AI services with everything that we have available. It's quite dead. You got something here, but like nothing. We've got another thing here. Looks like a freight service. I picked a time of day that I thought might be busy. Well, I don't know. I kind of, well, this run started at 8:40 something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe like close to 9 o'clock. I think it'd be a little bit busy. I am enjoying just putting this full throttle and just letting it go though. I guess we'll see how things are when we get closer to Aachen, but as for now, it's interesting. I'll aim for what time? I don't know what time would be busy though. I was thinking like the rush hour time, so morning rush hour and then afternoon rush hour, maybe around like 5:30. We can give that a go for our next run. Thinking back to yesterday's timetable though, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed. Like, I'm not complaining about the fact that there's a real timetable, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Voice crack. It wasn't great. But I guess it's nice seeing like different liveries and just having something to run on other than freight. Well, at least there's one more route ticked off to play that I've played now. I don't know how many routes there are that I still haven't. I've never played. I've never played the Link Rheinstrecke. I've yet to play Bremen to Oldberg. I think I've played all. No, I'm yet to play Horseshoe Curve. Yet to play the new Isle of Wight, the 2022 Isle of Wight. I think that might be it. I mean, that's quite the list, to be honest, of things I haven't played, but I did want to take a look at these. Nothing. I thought as much. Now we've got a red coming up ahead. Hopefully that means some sort of activity. Some AI activity. Let's find out. It could just be a station thing that I need to stop. You know, with driving German trains and having like all the safety systems enabled, you can go from doing nothing for like straight 10 minutes other than acknowledging CFAR. Oh, 500 hertz magnets might trip us. And then to all of a sudden, you're pressing 3 buttons at the same time. That's the beauty of it. We're just about bang on time. Perfect. Yeah, so it was just a station thing. So I don't know if you guys have seen the announcements. Is it announcement section or live article section? Where some section on the forum, where they state like what's coming for the week, which usually comes out on a Friday. I don't know if I'm just late to it or if it's been uploaded recently, but there's talk of some teasers coming up. Now I wonder what they'll be teasing. Are they going to tease things from routes that we already know are coming? Are we going to have any gameplay from, I don't know, some stuff from Samaringbahn or maybe even the Tadami line? Or are we going to see something new? That would be interesting. Or are we going to see some good news? Are we going to hear some good news with regards to LIRR2? I know Punk would like that. All right, Nabil, see what your situation is like with the AI. Why that date in particular, Punk? Okay, makes sense. So then, well, then it would make sense then. Let's say if they were to tease it on April the 1st and then follow up on the teaser on April the 9th, I think that's something that could happen as well. Next stop, Eschweiler. How about we compare Train Planet, a direct side-by-side comparison to Train Planet? I want to do that, but side by side with like a cab ride, but I'd pretty much have to drive perfectly. DTG Liam already teased it by saying roadmap will make a lot of people happy. Okay. Well, in that case, I would be expecting a teaser on April the 1st. Either the train or, I don't know, a little juicy bit of information. Maybe JD will go back to his old tricks of leaking something. Well, I guess to be fair, the funny thing is the leaks have been leaks already, so they've beaten him to it. I mean, realistically, make a lot of people happy could be done via a lot of things. By promising us there won't be a TSW5, by promising us that the full editor is going to be released. There's a lot of different things. By promising us that they're gonna stop new production to take a look at the bugs. I'm being petty here, but I'm not lying. Those are also things that would make the community really happy. But it's very likely to be a Long Island Railroad, if we're being honest. That is true, but after 5 circle, people want a route that will take the attention away from it. True. True. I think when I release my thoughts on that route, it might surprise a few people. I don't think it's terrible, you know. I honestly don't think it's terrible. It's definitely not without flaws, but I don't think it's terrible. The scenarios are depressing and don't make much sense for the most part. There's one scenario where there's allegedly like a fallen tree, and it happens as you're like nearing the end of your run. It starts off with a storm, then things clear up, and then I guess somehow there's a there's a tree on the tracks. And you're driving, and I see a red signal, and I'm like, okay, I wonder what this is for. And as I'm approaching the red signal, the instruction thing then says, like, watch out, a fallen tree! Exclamation mark, capital letters. But there's nothing on the tracks. So I kept going a little bit to see maybe should I sort of go closer and closer to the red signal, maybe I'll see it. But then I thought, no, this will just be a waste of time. So that was crap. Like, Dovetail had a flood in the Goblin line, and there was water on the tracks. A considerable amount of water on the tracks. It wasn't just, oh, there's a flood with nothing to be seen. So yeah, weird one, but I guess to be expected for what the route was. What do you not understand, Nabil? Yeah, literally, you'll see it. You'll see it. I'm gonna upload a video today. No, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and you'll see it. I can even show you. I can even just open up my editing, the edit video. I have it. It's on my it's here on my computer, and I'll show you. And it's like, it's almost shouting at you, but there's nothing there. Like there's nothing to be seen on the tracks. I don't know if it was maybe around the corner somewhere, but from where you were on the tracks, there was nothing to be seen. And it made it look like as if it was right there in front of you. And then there was even like a red signal, which I didn't understand why it was there. Almost as if so you don't see that there's actually nothing there. I don't know, it's all very weird. Very, very strange. You know what? Let me look for it. It was ridiculous. Like it's this ridiculous that I want you guys to see it. by force. I want you guys to see it. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. So this is the video that's gonna go live. Let me look for it. Okay, so it's coming, yeah. So you're driving. I think it's coming, yeah. So you're driving, you're going along. So you can see the instruction here, yeah. Go via location. So obviously keep an eye on it, and keep an eye. Look, there's a red signal here. So there's obviously something they don't want you to see. So I'm slowing down for the red signal, getting closer to this instruction. You can see there's nothing around, yeah. There's nothing anywhere to be seen. We're going. I'm slowing down because of the red signal. Fallen tree ahead. Stop the train. Now guys, is it just me, or can you not see a fallen train anywhere? Yeah. Fallen tree ahead. Stop the train. Where is it? And so I keep going to see, maybe like, shall I try? And then I was like, well, no, it's telling me to stop, so I should just stop. So we go a little bit further on, and so that's it. So here it then tells you to go to the other side. It tells you to sit on the other side, so you drive the train back. Where is the tree? Where is the tree? There's nothing here. So yeah, that's it for you. That's someone's video coming out. Yeah. Stop the train. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's so, like, it could not come at a worse time with Goblin being as good as it was, and the scenarios on there being okay. They weren't perfect, but they were okay. Classic river, literally. Like, did they play through it? Did they get to that part when they were testing it, and did they see that there was nothing to be seen and they felt content? Like, someone saw that, someone tested that, and within their hearts, within their soul, they said, yeah, this is good. They're gonna like this. This is worth the money. I don't know, man. Some things are just really strange. Really strange. Like, it's confusing. To me, that's a bug. To me, there should be a tree, and maybe the tree is glitched and we can't see it. There's a bug with the route. That's what I would assume. But it seems like this is really the case. Oh, look, some AI. It seems like that's really the case. That's beyond me, man. The sky looks nice for TOD3, you know. I guess really it was only like the night lighting that wasn't great. But I haven't gone back to TOD3 after playing with TOD4. Honestly, I don't really see a big difference. It's just in the evenings and the nighttime, which I guess does matter. No, it's still on schedule. The timetabling does seem absolutely on point. Because I feel like I'm pushing pretty hard. We've got the PIS all sorted out as well. So the next train behind us is not for another 27 minutes. Next train here is even a longer gap. Anything behind us? We've got freight service behind us. But nothing for a while again. We'll take a look at it at the next station if we have time. See if that was see if it's a 66 or just one of the regulars on German routes. Yeah, man. I can't believe TSW4 we still don't have something on the map. I know Matt obviously wanted to do it back in TSW2 and said that it basically breaks the whole game. But if the last we heard of it, if I remember correctly, he said that they had started making progress. That was in TSW2. I'm pretty certain that was the case. And we just haven't seen anything since. I can't imagine it being difficult, man. Surely. It's just some text. It's just text on the map. Let's say just the stations alone. Maybe you can say, okay, the trains are moving and maybe there's an issue with keeping the text attached to the train. But at least the stations, the text will be static. So it's a weird one, man. I really don't know. And I mean, you done it on a game that's 20 years old or 30 years old. Hey, hello, Samuel. How you doing? But yeah, I can't imagine it being what do I know though? What do I know? I'm just a regular guy. Well, we've got a ton of additions, which is good, but that doesn't seem to be reflecting much as we're going on. We've seen about 3 other services since we left Cologne, and obviously we're approaching our final destination. So I'm not sure where the services are, but they are there. They are about. Yeah, it's just quite interesting. So I'm going to cover the whole timetable again once we get to the end of this run, so you guys will be able to see for yourselves what there is on offer, and maybe also be confused with me once you see what should be a, you know, jumping around but isn't. How do you become with an ambassador for TSW? Is it a content creator thing or you get selected? So I assume, yeah, you do need to be known in the community, because at the end of the day, as an ambassador, you're part of the marketing for Dovetail. So it wouldn't make sense for them to, you know, give you early access to a route of theirs whereby you're not established within the community. You won't really add much like value to their route. So yeah, you need to be a content creator and be out there. I mean, that's what all the ambassadors have in common. You go to their channels, they all got, you know, thousands of subs, very decent views, etc. So Dovetail sees them as an asset and works alongside them. I do like this minimal HUD. I notice it every now and again that, like, whoa, I can see the whole train, the whole cabin. I wonder who the beta testers are. Yeah, so do I. I don't think they would want to expose themselves though, for obvious reasons. I remember the early days of Euro Truck Simulator, I emailed SCS and I was like, hey, so I can run your game at 4K max settings. I can make it look really nice. Let me know if there's any, you know, any content that's coming out that I can help you guys with. I did get a reply though. They were nice enough to reply, and they were like, oh hey, thanks for reaching out. You know, we'll if there's anything to sort of talk about, we'll let you know. But not for now. Never heard back. To be fair, I never really like. I've got a lot of Euro Truck content, a lot of good content as well. Good Euro Truck content. I won't lie, without even being big-headed. But I never took off. So yeah, I'm not surprised I never heard from them again. I was a beta tester for city car driving, and so I'd always get the early access to early updates, early access to updates. But that's when they were working on new features for that game, which obviously with the new one coming out now, they aren't doing anymore. The Class 373. The Class 373. Let me take a look at that real quick and see if that's one I recognize. I should do. Class 373. Oh. I mean, it's Eurostar, which, for the most part, takes place in tunnels. Well, in a tunnel, in one single tunnel. So a lot of people don't want to see it. There was like I feel like a 50-50 almost split between people who want to see that train and people who don't want anything to do with it. You know what I thought about doing as well, yeah? Well, not as in like I'm actually planning on doing, but I've thought of it. I thought it would be a cool idea if, for example, I do like a journey from one place to another, from one country to another, but like I take the train in Train Sim World, and then I take a plane in Microsoft Flight Sim, and then I drive using like maybe Euro Truck or something, and I sort of create one long journey using all of these different games. It could work on SDHs. It could, but how long for? And I don't know. It's not something that's used in today's timetable. So I'm not a fan of the routes it operates. What does it operate what is it actively on other than the than as a Eurostar train? I actually did that for myself. Drove the train from London to Gatwick Airport and flew a plane from there. No way, that's sick. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know, it'd be cool. I want to do like a long drive, like with a car on Euro Truck, but I don't know why. But I can't. I can't access the mods. I can't access the mods. Oh, we've got some activity here now. We've got an ICE coming our way. We've got a Vectron to our left. But yeah, whenever I try to access the mod vehicles on Euro Truck, my game just crashes. Man, I just want to see what Morocco is like on Microsoft Flight Sim. Just land a helicopter in the house we got there. Probably down in an old one which aren't compatible. No. This one is it's the Toyota. You know those, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's been received well. It's a Toyota, the 4x4 Toyota, which is relatively new. And also, all I have for mod vehicles is that, which I haven't been able to access, and my Scania truck. Now, I don't see why the Scania would be causing a problem, because I have it, meaning I accessed that menu, and I bought the truck from there, from the mod dealer. So I don't know. It was really strange, really strange. I like ICE services on this route better, considering that the route actually isn't that long. Must be kilometers tricking us. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, an ICE run takes, what's it, 20 minutes? I think 25 minutes. Whereas this run has taken us just under an hour, I think. So we'll finally come to a stop and run over the route info. 30 minutes, yeah, makes sense. Half, yeah, cuts the journey time in half. Quite an empty Aachen as well. I know an ICE's just come out. Yeah, so once I show you guys the trains available, I think you'll understand my confusion. I'm yet to drive this train, by the way. It hasn't got any headlights on. Good thing the timetable is free, right? I'm not driving if I'm not driving. I got dipped. I got dimmed. I don't know why they're so bright. Or should it be marker lights? Ah. You got me. Yeah, kind of saw something that made the timetable. I mean, they've got plans again to upgrade it, because they upgraded it with the new Journeys expansion, and they're meant to be doing it again. But oh, we're taking it to the siding. Let's go. Am I gonna have to let the freight service go though? I may think so. Yeah. I can't access the bloody. Can't access the telephone. Might as well change this to nicht einsteigen. Nabil, if I pronounce it, if I slaughter any pronunciations, you're gonna have to let me know. I do love the PIS on this train though, I'll tell you what. It's nice. Joe's making a new timetable with a personal point. Yeah, that's the thing, but obviously, because it seems like he's the only talented one there with timetables, he's always being called. So I think that's the main reason why he hasn't been able to finish it, because he keeps getting used for other projects, just like Mike. That's something new ECS moves. Yeah, that's something. That's the thing. We get to see some more realistic timetabling when there's more passion involved. For September, it's quite a while away, isn't it? My God, September is a good while away. I need to make sure I go through this correctly. Everyone at Dovetail can make a timetable, but Joe's the main one who can make the busy. That's the thing though. We're looking for fullness. Look at Five Circle. What on earth? I mean, I know that's not a Dovetail route, but that's an example of just crap on a stick. What? I feel like the train just likes to scream at you for no particular reason. So yeah, at night time, these sidings are absolutely packed, apparently. From screenshots of You don't need override. Why didn't I need override there, Nabil? I know the shunting signal is on, but I've been in situations before where the shunting's been on a red, and I got punished for it. Joe hasn't said no words on the new US route, so it makes me a little nervous. No, I think he's worked on the timetable though. Either him or I'm not sure. No, I think it's him. I'm pretty certain it's him. What do you expect this river? I know, but like, it's just an example of a poor timetable where we could have had something better instead. You don't need to override the shunting signal. I'll bear that in mind, Nabil, but I'm pretty certain I've been punished before. But yeah, so this is our full selection of services. So I think we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. We've got 17 trains available, and this is the list of available. Hello, why can I not? Ah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, this is the full list of services. So these playable ones, you got RE1, RE9, RE38, RB38, RB20, RB25, S19, S12, then the ICE services, and some freight services. And then AI only, RB21 and 28, RB27, RE8, RE4, 5 and 6, RE7, RB48, RE18, RB26, RB33, RE22, RE12, RB24, S11, and the 101. So quite a lot. I downloaded it, Samuel. I don't remember where from. I'm pretty certain I got it from Train Sim community website. I'm pretty certain, but you can get it from the Creators Club. Creators Club is actually surprisingly good. I haven't really given it a chance, but it always seems to surprise me. If they restricted timetable development to just Joe, the routes would take a little longer to come up. It would be worth waiting. No, that's the thing. We need more Joes. Like, that's if we had more Joes, more talented people, we wouldn't be, you know, in a situation where one person's getting stretched left, right, and center. Brother, where's your dark mode? I'm someone here. I used to be a dark mode guy, but now I'm like a default guy. If it's default light, I'll leave it at light. If it's default dark mode, I'll leave it in dark mode. I don't really mind too tough. Let's use a class 66. Let's get obviously the Deutsche Bahn livery on it. Got a 42-minute service. Rate 42516. Like, I'm gonna start using it in trains now, because yeah, that Talent 2 with the light modes wasn't it. Definitely wasn't it. Oh, it's a night run. Oh no, it's not a night run. Oh, it's an evening run. It's an early morning run. Jesus Christ, get it right. Wow, everything's on run. That's refreshing. Oh my god, wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch my braking, because I know we've got a lot of weight. A lot of weight. This is cute. Everything's been set. This is not the one where you can change. Alright, everything's cut in. Okay. Okay. No need to mess with anything there. However, over here, set DSD on. Fire detection. No, wait. Unisolated. Unisolated. That was loud. We've got a 423. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nabil. Nabil will be the first one to correct me if I've got this wrong. Is either a 425 or a 423? We should change our braking actually to... Oh, we can't do that though, can we? Because it's set to passenger. Which is a shame. if I owned Dovetail and I did the recordings and had better third-party development, the game would be better than TS Classic. There is so much potential. So much potential. But then again, realistically, if you're now pressured by the gods that be within Dovetail, you know, to make money, I think maybe things would be a little different. The thing is, I'm pretty sure you could juggle the two. Oh, it's a 425. My bad. We've got some activity here. This is a 423. Now, 425, 423, 423, 425. What's the difference? Oh, we're moving. Well, that's their problem. Yeah, man. I think... I don't know. I think what a lot of companies are doing is just looking at other companies and seeing what they're doing and then just copying them. There's not really much originality, which ends up sucking for us, man. I mean, it will only suck for the companies so much because they're still making money. Because people are always gonna just buy stuff, and at the end of the day, we don't have something that's on the level of Train Sim World in terms of variety and stuff like that. So what else are we gonna do other than give them our money? But it's always gonna suck for us because the content remains at a poor quality level. "423s have 3 pairs of doors per car and no toilet. I have 2 pairs." Ah. Okay. So I guess that's somewhat of a substantial difference then. General price $15.99, the whole game would be $25.99. But then what about the costs? If the costs start to exceed income, are you still gonna price the game the same way? It will lead the company to bankruptcy. That's the thing, you know. I like playing devil's advocate, but it's also the fact of the matter. We're dealing with a business, and obviously you can put money first to a degree and still please your player base, which is obviously not what Dovetail are doing. They're just going full on money. But I don't know. I think it might not be as easy as it seems, you know. Local deals would be $5.99, which in a normal, speaking generally, that would make a lot of sense. It's on the Train Sim community website. Simon, is my comment not pinned on YouTube? It should be. I pinned the link with the my comment with the link. Yeah, it should be. If it's not there, try refresh the page, and it should come up. But regardless, it's on the Train Sim community website under the PC editor creations section. But still, the more money, the better it would be. Yeah. Listen, I think all of us would agree it's just about finding the balance. But we're agreeing on it as players rather than people with a stake, with money invested in Dovetail, and not just invested in their games, I mean invested in their stock. Yeah, unfortunately, that does seem to be the reality. Ah, yeah. So it's a mod. Yeah, it's a mod. Hopefully it could motivate Dovetail to do something similar. Obviously, yes, we know we've got something coming on the horizon, but I wouldn't call September the horizon, to be fair. Hopefully, will be a little shove. The 423 is pulling away, you know. It's quick. What is going on with the lighting on that train? Oh my god, what on earth was that? What on earth was that? It's like mods can do better than a full-on business. What the heck? Yeah, but that's the thing, Simon. Mods are made with passion. You know, that's the difference. They're not getting. It's not someone getting paid to do something that they don't really care about. Like all these mods that we're seeing are passion projects. I cannot wait for the 300-kilometer German route. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they would release it in sections though, rather than making us wait for the full thing. But hey. As long as it's done well. I wonder how big that file is going to be as well. 300 kilometers on Train Sim World is wild. Absolutely wild. That's got the potential to be the best ever route. And it's not even going to be a third party or Dovetail themselves. The way some of these mods do very well, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be free, man. That most people will do, like the creators will do, is have like a link to like a PayPal and say, hey, if you guys want to buy, buy me a coffee. That's like the popular one. Buy me a coffee. It's just another word for donate. But the thing is, sometimes they get more money than if they were to actually sell their stuff, because somebody will see it and pay them like triple the price that they would have priced the mod themselves. I don't care if 5 Circle took a whole 2 years or something, as long as it's top quality. Literally, man. Like, if our routes were consistently top-notch quality, they'd have enough playtime that there could be a long wait between routes coming out. But if it's just crap after crap after crap, you'll get bored of it after an hour or two, and before you know it, you're thirsty over the next release. But then that's how you sort of make money quick as a company. Just throw any old rubbish out, as long as something's getting shoved out the door, which is a shame. They don't think about time and just think about release and money and quality. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the state of a lot of games. But that's why now we're seeing in the world of games in general, you'll go on any Call of Duty review site, even Steam, and look at the feedback. Assassin's Creed, FIFA, any of these long-time games that used to dominate the gaming space, and look at the feedback. They are trash, and that's what's making room for games like Helldivers, Power World, Elden Ring, all these games that are starting to now creep out the woodwork. It's because they're made with the love that players are now realizing those top games no longer are made with. So it's interesting to see where the gaming world is sort of going, because the direction's changing. Like, we're in the middle of a big change in direction. For example, God Mode should not be free, and God Mode should not be free. I won't even lie. It should be something you pay once and get all the updates for, but you should still be able to pay once for it. Well, not be able, but you should pay once for it, because it's a godsend, pun intended. But then people will complain about the lack with each route, reason not a lot of time put into it. Well, that's what's happening now. But people are still buying them, buying the routes, still giving them money. So why should the companies change their ways if what they're doing is working? That would be silly. They complain what took you so long, but you'd rather have this and this is bad. Bro, we waited quite a while for Blackpool to come after the news first broke out. No one complains that it took long. But then you have like 420, for example. That's taken long, and that's taken long. 420. I mean, man, I was sending a bill yesterday. If that train doesn't come out perfect, like flawless, then it won't make sense, because that train was made initially for TSW 2. We're now in TSW 4, bro. No, not today, Nabil, man, not today. Yesterday I didn't even end up going to work. See, with me, yeah, I got to do something there and then. If I start procrastinating and making excuses for myself, I just won't do the thing I need to do. So no, today I'm not even gonna eat. I'm gonna finish the stream, get changed, and head out. You're very mistaken, my friend. A lot of people complain about the time it took. Really? What? Even after it was released? No, not from what I saw in the forums. On the forums, it was just praise. Just constant praise. I don't remember seeing a single complaint. So unless it was on like the Discord maybe, then that's a possibility. But no, I didn't see anyone complain. That's the first time I'm seeing it. Not to say that I wouldn't understand those complaints. But yeah, it's just not something I've seen. No, I think we're talking about Blackpool, aren't we? Are we on the same page? Talking about Blackpool Preston. Oh yeah, there's no PZB here or CFA. I just realised. Hey, at least you're here, Pog. At least you're making it through. You're surviving. I think it's a lot better than waking up as the stream's coming to a close. Oh no, Samuel, I'm talking about Blackpool, mate. Because Blackpool took a while. It took a long time to come. As for 5 Circle, I don't know how long that was in development for. It looks like it was in development for about a month. I swear I was watching this stream yesterday, then I blinked and it was really the end. That reminds me of one of my kids. He'll fall asleep and you'll wake him up and he just won't know that he's been sleeping, and it could be hours that he'll be out for and he just wouldn't know. He wouldn't realize. So there's no point really turning any safety systems on at all, is there? No TPWS, there's no I guess vigilance could play the part or could play the role of CFA, but are we going to wait for this instruction to clear? You know what? I'll say it again because it keeps standing out to me. TOD 3 is not bad. It's not terrible. I think TOD 4 made a lot of people feel like TOD 3 was crap. And again, the sunset and sunrise was the only bad thing. I think even the nighttime, some routes were able to do it okay. Just like with TOD 4, some routes are able to do it well. Others not so much. Well, it's because of the timetable, Punk. By default, there's no 66. But if you didn't know, the 66 actually does run in Germany as well. There will always be complaints, man. Everyone will be happy with it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, even with 5 Circle, there were people praising it and defending it. So there will always be both camps, regardless of, you know, what gets thrown out. Oh, so it is realistic. Yes. This version, this version doesn't have the new screen up here. This gauge here doesn't seem to be operating as I would expect it to. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, no GSMR. I don't know if the new version has GSMR, but there's nothing for GSMR. Well, it's not even a GSMR, is it? It's like a radio, but I think it's the GSMR equivalent. Yeah. You know what? I selected this version of the 66 because of the livery. It would be... Hey, this swag caught up to us. you are able to select any version of the 66 to play, but obviously delivery would be a bit off. So actually the worst train in TSW is 152. The 152, I'm honestly very fortunate. Wait, right? Yeah, no. I'm very fortunate to not know that train IRL, so it never bothered me. It never bothered me as much as it did everyone else, and that's a blessing. I won't lie. Ignorance is truly bliss. Ignorance is truly bliss. That's why if I was like, if I lived in Scotland or was a massive fan of the 5 Circle and had been on it many times, same with the 170, I would have been absolutely heartbroken. Voice crack. Well, I mean, this train doesn't go any far. Stuck at 25. Is it stuck at 25? I get 150s at my local station, not very often, and they sound nothing like the real thing. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Obviously, I like if everyone is saying that the train sounds for that set the train set sounds for that are crap, I have to say, like, oh well, they must be right, even if I've never experienced it. But it's just that I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. I've never heard one in real life. I haven't watched any like videos of it, and I don't think I will, honestly. Otherwise, then I'll understand the deep-rooted hate for that route in the game. So right now I'm a happy bunny skipping in the sunshine. And I'd rather it stays that way. Oh, I didn't even notice, Punk. It could have been maybe a temporary speed restriction. Only accurate thing about it is the engine idling, the brakes feeling, and that's it. Isn't the sound like they've sort of extended the idle? Basically, I read the comment on the forums a little while ago that they just used the idle sounds and edited that for the acceleration sounds. Oh my god, my voice is gone. Also, am I tweaking, or has there not been a sound mod like ever for the 150? Considering we've got sound mod for the 710, which is brilliant as it was, and the 801, which it did need a little bit of an improvement, but nothing on comparison to the 150. And I don't remember ever having a 150 sound mod. We even got a sound mod for the Bakerloo and the 1972 stock. Oh yeah! Oh, I completely forgot they used a. Oh my god! Oh wow! Imagine messing up Armstrong Powerhouse sounds. Like, you've got a bar of gold in your hands, and then you grab another. You use your other hand to grab a load of feces, and then just smother it on the gold. That's incredible, man. I mean, that was no surprise. I mean, to have that after a rotor line, it's not really good. It's not really a good portfolio, really, is it? The Isle of Wight routes were good, from my understanding, especially the 2022 one. But it's almost like everything in between is just a load of crap. Bernina line was amazing. How can you go from Bernina line? I keep making this point over and over. How can you go from Bernina line to 5 Circle, quality-wise? Yeah, but they could have still done a better job. They could have still done a better job. Although, to be fair, having driven it a few times over now, referring to the 5 Circle, it's not terrible. I don't think it's not abysmal. It's very average. It would have been a good route for TSW2. Like this era, it fits into that perfectly. But then that's about it, if I'm being totally honest. It's definitely not on par with the TSW3 routes. Like, you compare it to Cannon Pass or Castle Westberg or the SEHS, not on par with them at all. I'm going to try and run the ICE one after this. See what we can expect from that. It's because Rivet still use editor from TSW2, they don't own the new one. You're joking, right? Is that confirmed? Is that why they were using like crappy house assets? But then how did we get Rula Benina live though? You can't tell me that was made using TSW2 tools. Surely that's not the case. I mean, it might as well be. It might as well be. That's the thing. That's what kept coming to mind as I'm driving through it. This is a TSW2. It's a TSW2 route with COD4. Yeah. But you don't even need to compare it. I mean, yeah. Bestcott wasted no time getting out of ballast mods. So if you're on PC, you have that going. There's a start in making that route better. But yeah, man, you know, I'm wishing for some sort of Midland mainline, you know, rescue story. Can't say I'm hopeful though. All I know is, if Rivet now announce we're working on a new route, I mean, if people were still anxious about being hopeful all these years after a Rosa line, you know, and the 150, they were on a good trajectory. But now with this, yeah, they're finished, man. MML was a fantastic though on release. It was a fantastic. It took a lot of work and some months to get that up to standard realistically. And realistically, that's talking about everything in general: the scenery, the bugs, the timetable, which I think got fleshed out afterwards. Yeah, now it is. Now it is. But that's the thing. I wish that the same could happen with 5 Circle, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Like, Skyhook really saved face. I don't think people will forget necessarily what it was, but they've showed that they listen to the community, they listen to the feedback, and they do something about it. And they made a lot more sales afterwards. Now, Rivet have only revisited the roster line for DLCs and minor changes. I don't think they ever revisited West Cornwall, as far as I know. They're not known for going back to their old roots. And that's what's upsetting to me, Samuel, and to a lot of people, is that it was Dovetail who were going to work on it. 5 Circle was Dovetail's route, and River said, oh no, we want to do it. So Dovetail said, all right, well, take it then. And that's what we got. Right, exactly. Exactly. What an atrocity. What an absolute atrocity. And it's like, why choose a route that's quite popular, that a lot of people are gonna be, you know, drooling over? Why? If you're not gonna do it to the absolute best of you know, your ability, take something quiet, something easy, a single branch line somewhere. I don't know. Why take the whole 5 Circle and include, you know, both lines, which is good, but why make an absolute mess of it? Just leave it alone. Just do something else. I just wish they could stick to like loco DLC, because their modeling is amazing. Obviously their physics and sounds are, they've spoken for themselves enough, but their modeling, I wish they could just be like a, I don't know, like a second party and just help Dovetail out with models. The 170 is an incredible looking train. And it nearly makes me throw up because River are literally basic. Right, I forgot about that. Right. It's literally their home. That goes for the Edinburgh Glasgow as well. That's your home. Obviously Edinburgh Glasgow isn't half as bad, but it's got its flaws. Plenty of them. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. It's like Dovetail absolutely butchering Southeastern High Speed. And they got a lot of like a lot of backlash for the route having its flaws before it was extended. And it was like, it wasn't the worst route to come out when it did come out, when the initial release came out. But if it was as bad as 5 Circle, or look, they've had the same issues for literally years. Why not sit down, have a meeting and say, look guys, clearly we do well in this department, so let's sort of ease the pedal. Obviously we still want the quality to continue as players, but if clearly attention needs to be turned towards the sound department and the physics department, please do something about it. Look at the train on the Arosa line. The physics are non-existent. Why not? Clearly the area needs attention. Give it the attention. Hire more people in the area. It doesn't make any sense. It's like I'm driving a car, the car's got a flat tire, the front left tire is flat. Instead of giving the attention to the flat tire to fix the tire to make it a better ride for the car, I just continue driving. I completely ignore it. I got a headlight out. Instead of doing something about the headlight, focusing my attention on the headlight, I just carry on driving the car with a flat tire and a broken headlight. Doesn't make sense. Check Discord. Let me check Discord. What have you got for me in Discord? I really wish I had a second monitor. For lasagna's posts, I would need to get back to them. I need to check all of those. They're cool. Jesus Christ, they're awesome. I'm gonna take a look at them. You know what? It feels good to have a Discord, you know. Shout out to Nabil. Nabil was the one that set that all up. He literally set it all up and just handed over ownership. Oh, DMs. Hold on. Right. Oh my god. What is that real? I can't even, I don't want to show the whole thing, but yeah. Feel free to put it in the Discord somewhere in the main server if anyone wants to see it. That's incredible, man. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna show it. I don't know how well it will come across. Shout out to Rivet, man. And then, yeah, we haven't even spoken about Jasper, Samuel. After all of this, Jasper will now come and give attitudes to people who are giving their honest and real and genuine feedback on the route. Not people that are trolling, not people that are hating, people that are just saying what it is. You will now come with this cheeky attitude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah. Well, it's a tough one of TS Classic, man. Yeah. No, you're right, Samuel. It's worth it for like a second hand, like a resale, like one of those game key resellers, or like a humble bundle sort of thing. But full price, no. No chance. Absolutely no chance. So he replied to someone talking about, literally, you know, that very annoying argument that people make of, oh, why don't you do it yourself? If you can make it better, why don't you do it then? He said something along those lines. And then on the feedback thread, I think it was Matt, someone called Matt, who was breaking down sort of his little review. And then he was, you know, but he did it in a nice way and said some positives about the route. And Jasper highlighted that. He was like, oh, thank you for your feedback. And thank you for adding nice things. Something along those lines. Just that passive-aggressive attitude. And it's like, what are you doing, lads? What are you doing? It's not like you're like a low-level guy in the company. You're representing the whole thing. Yeah, like Jasper needed things to be pointed out. He didn't understand why the community was in uproar, and just making silly statements on both the main forum and Rivet forums as well. And it's not the first time he's done that. It's not the first time he's done that. It's a strange little thing. I agree, man. You have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility. Do not put out a load of crap and then give us crap in your attitude and response. What is that? I don't understand. How can you hire someone to fix your plumbing? They've now caused another leak, and as you're complaining to them, be like, what are you doing? They're like, hey, show some respect to my work. What there's no, it's like the logic has just escaped. It just doesn't, logic has left the chat. Listen, I'm just happy I'm on PC, and people are more than happy to work for free and improve things that need to be improved. I think he is. I'm pretty sure he does live in Scotland. I'm certain. Yeah. It's beyond, like, it's not just like a small thing, like some minor bug here and there, some minor inconsistencies, or no, the whole route was, referring to the previous stream, the whole route was a load of shite, if we're talking Scottish terms. It just made no sense. It stunk of, we're coming to the end of the financial year, we need to get some extra income in. It stunk of that. A route simply released to look good on paper in terms of the finances. You know what? I can't even like rant or be angry anymore. I let it out on that one stream, and I've been at peace ever since. It is what it is, and I will always keep it real. Having now played the full release and the correct version of the game, it's not as bad, but it's bad. It's just not as bad as what we saw. We've got announcements and... Oh yeah, Bescott's mod connected Edinburgh to Glasgow. I don't know how. I need to check it on the map. But according to the description of the mod, it connected Edinburgh to Glasgow on free roam. So I think that would need some attention. That like needs some more recognition, I feel like. How's he managed that? He said he only did it to see if it was possible, and it was to merge. He merged. It was a merge. It's a genuine merge. So at some point, fingers crossed, a timetable will come soon for that, which apparently is in the works as well. What? But yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And this whole thing of oh, if you want to run this train, just run it on free roam. Oh, if you want to do that, just run it on free roam. What, bro? Hello, include what needs to be included. So what? Now free roam's a thing, and now that's you guys' excuse to push any old crap out, and it's up to us now to improve it. What? No. And I'm pretty sure their stuff for Train Sim Classic wasn't terrible, was it? Haven't they released some good stuff for TSC? I don't know what's happened between TSC and TSW for quality to drop to the level that it has. You know what? It gets hot. I turn on my fan to level 1 and I get cold. and then I get hot again because I turn it off, and then I get cold again after I turn it on. In certain parts, Samuel, whenever I go back to Train Sim Classic, and I do go back to it every now and then, I don't last more than half an hour in it, if I'm being totally honest with you. And that's with it modded, you know, with all Railworks Enhancer and the Armstrong Railway packs and Weather pack and this and that. I just can't, I don't know, it's very difficult for me to go back to Train Sim Classic. It really annoys me that they use free roam as an excuse for not doing proper timetables. I mean, I don't think I would wish they didn't bring it, but it's almost very mischievous and almost evil to give us a feature that obviously we've praised, but then try and now use it against us, if it makes sense. It's like, yeah, you know what, to be fair, yeah, they might as well not have given it to us in the first place if this is how they're going to use it. Hey, hello, Lasagna. I briefly saw your photos on the Discord. I'm going to take a proper look at them once the stream is over. They look really flipping cool. Really, really cool. Has better sounds, better trains, better steering functionality. Yeah, with... I mean, none of those, Samuel, come from Dovetail, though. The Dovetail stuff in TSC sucks. It's not them that have kept that game alive. It's all the third parties. So it's like, either way, Dovetail's own things are kind of crap. For the most part, are crap. I just need to extract the pics and this from my camera to my PC. How lucky are you to roll around with a proper camera as well? I would just be stuck with my phone. I mean, not to say that it's got a bad camera, but I think you can obviously do a little bit more with a professional camera. So yeah, Samuel, we have got a Discord now, mate, and there is a section for, you know, pics and vids. So you are more than welcome. I gave you a verbal invite to the Discord, and yeah, it would be cool to see your stuff as well, man. Exclamation mark Discord for the link. And I finally got a permanent link as well. Nabil's been on my back about sorting out a permanent link, and we finally done it. Definitely best third-party developers. DGD has a Skyhook, that's it. For Train Sim World, yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see what SimTrack will bring us. Their first one was an okay introduction to the game, so I'm curious to see what they're going to be like. Obviously, remember, we've also got... oh, it escapes me now. What studio is it that's bringing us the Tadami line? It's completely skips me. I've completely lost it. But we've got those that come in as well. Their routes are where quality in TSC, so they should be. You would hope they would be the same on TSC, on TSW. Sorry. Are you really gonna make me go those extra 2 yards? No, I refuse. I actually refuse. Oh my god. It's been so long since I've done this. I refuse. I'm not going those extra 2 yards. Ain't no way. What did I say? Oh yeah, ICE. So we won't be able to join discos. I wish we had some discos going. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Yeah, what's the 401? What have we got for that? Quite a bit, but they're quite short though. You only drive one stop. I see 99999. What train do you guys want to see? We've got about half an hour left. We can fit in some decent running. I do want to try the 628, but I don't know how to cold start it. Do a small long LAR service. Probably something on here. I want today's stream to be centered specifically on this timetable. We could go for the 423. I think 37 would be too long. Let's make it. It's 28. We'll do a 28-minute one, and then yeah, we can call it there. All right. Well, look at the green. Is this? Are we running already? Seems that way. In that case, turn BZB on and C4. Passenger lights on. Oh, it's quite bright, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot better for the daytime. Might as well get moving now. Okay, I guess this was bugged. No available. Nah. Super duper slow. I think I would still get caught out, wouldn't I? Let's try this one. Nest 12. That is... Oops. That is drivable, right? Yes. Nope, same thing. Okay, in that case, let's give the 628 then a go, because this train was set up already, so I'm counting on the 628 also being set up. no. Oh no. It's completely cold. Right. Where's it? I don't know where the battery's located. $33 new services, man. That should all have come you know, from the get-go. Is this on already? No, it's completely dead, silent. Yeah, rip. It's always a 6 to 8. It's always a 6 to 8. It's a very toxic relationship. What's the 187 like nowadays? I tried, but it was bugged. I'll try again on a different on a different line. I haven't sat in this since it came out. I wish there was a way to go back to the times table without having to finish the route first. Yeah, I do. So that's why I don't mind that driving it, because it should sound better than it does by default. Maybe I should get that mod that prevents the game ending when you pass danger. Is it on Chasing Community? I have a few mods for the 423, you know. But remember, I think you can select different versions. So maybe it just might be the version because I've got a lot of mods for the 423. But regardless, send me a link on Discord. So if I don't have it, well, I've got a few. I've got like 4. Which is more than I can say for any other train. That's why I'm surprised. If I don't have that one, I'm going to be very surprised. Yeah. I'm not sure the details, but I've got quite a few. I know that much. I know I've definitely got stuff for the HMA one. Sanjay, hello. Bro, can you give the train full throttle and do emergency stopping and stop the train properly? If I get the chance to stretch his legs a little bit, we can do that. Why not? I think it should be pretty simple to get out of an emergency brake, I hope. You don't need to do anything to get out of it. Yeah, so you just bring the brakes back down to 0. Bob's your uncle. You got a 75 limit coming up. I'll do it once we get there. At least we can pick up some speeds. There's your emergency. These brakes are so good, man. So good. There you go. Yeah, let me pull into where we're actually meant to stop, but yeah, that was it. One of the more simpler trains to oh my god, one of the more simpler trains to escape an emergency brake. Not in Train Sim World, Connor, no, mate. Yeah, this is a very, very, very quickly accelerating train, Sanjay. It's a good train for beginners, to be honest. This would be a good train to drive on Zusi. If I do end up buying that at some point, then all I'd have to worry about is just following signals correctly. I do know ICE3, yes. It does run on this route. I don't know what that is, Sanjay. No, I've never heard of that, mate. Bro, say my full name. Sanjay Kumar Muduli. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Where are you from? I'm from India. Living and born in the UK. My parents are both Moroccan. Any routes you think DTG should work on? All of the TOD3 ones and bring them to TOD4. They should work on the BML timetable and find a way to include the class 700 by default. They should work on backporting new trains into older routes where applicable. I think they should work on all the little niggles and small bugs that we have here and there. And maybe they should just work on taking their time in general. I know I'm speaking very generally rather than route specific, but like I don't think there's one thing for one route, you know? It's very general. I hate bots which can detect other players. What do you mean, Nabil? What about new routes? Honestly, I don't think I'm too bothered. Obviously, I'm very restricted being in London, so naturally, I'll be leaning towards saying the Metropolitan line, perhaps, or maybe the District line. But those are because they're London Underground, and that's what I'm familiar with. Maybe C to C. Again, that's something I'm familiar with. Something to spice up Barking Station a little bit. But yeah, there's probably many much better routes that could come to the game that I just don't know myself personally. All right, Nabil, yeah, I agree with you. Can I drive the ICE 3? Once we finish this run, if there's any time to run the ICE, Sanjay, we can do that. But I don't think we'll have much time, mate. If I do run it, it will only be for a couple of minutes. Isn't the Metropolitan line basically a mixture of overground and underground? Yes. That's why it's a good route, and you get to go at pretty high speeds compared to the rest of the underground. It's got a little bit of everything. So although it's not like a local line to me, and I've only taken it to go and see, you know, family up in Watford, it makes the most sense if any London Underground route was to come to the game. Makes a lot more sense to me than the Bakerloo line. Not that I'm not happy to see that. Nabil, did you send me a link to the 423 mod, yeah? I didn't actually check if there were other versions of the 423 available to drive here. I don't think there was, though. Pardon me. Dynamic weather doing what dynamic weather does best. This thunder sounds really good. That is courtesy of a weather mod. It's annoying that the wiper still sounds like it's scraping on dry glass. Is it a little bit too loud? Yeah, I know. It should be a bit more. There should be a bit more soundproofing, but it sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, it should be a little bit dampened. Like that's how it should sound from the outside. There's no difference from the inside to the outside. Actually, there is. There is. So damn, it must be really loud outside then when it gets loud. So Nabil said we don't need to override when there's a shunting signal. And he's right. Very well. So unfortunately, Sanjay, if we're still around, mate, because of time, we won't be able to do any ICE3 runs. Perhaps another time. And you didn't fall asleep. You didn't fall asleep. then maybe the stream is a little bit more exciting than yesterday's. We'll take it as that. But as we approach 5 p.m. Yeah, no, not today. Nabil, honestly, yesterday was just like a taster. I don't think I'm going to play it at all until the 2 weeks that I mentioned yesterday. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's been a part. It's been a pleasure streaming to you once again. Please do consider giving us a follow on Twitch, and a like and a subscribe on YouTube as well if you like what you see. We are streaming regularly. Tomorrow and Saturday, we'll be back with Simrail. That should be fun. Some more driver POV. I'm still trying to get to grips with the whole signaling and dispatching, so I'm not going to try that just yet and ruin everyone's experience on the servers. But it should still be a good time nonetheless. And yeah, we'll be back on Monday with Eurotruck as well. Let me not say we'll be back. But on Monday, we'll have Eurotruck, and Convoy will be open to everyone. So if you want to take part in our Convoy, type in !mods in the chat on either YouTube or Twitch, and you'll have a list of mods required to join us for that. So for now, that will be it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Yeah, and of course, thank you very much, Ponk, for the reminder. We are on Discord now, so if you're more than welcome to join the server, where there will be any announcements or any important information, and just a general place to chat. You'll find it all there. So have a lovely rest of your day. All of you guys take care. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Nabil. Thank you, Ponk. Thank you, Lasagna. Thank you, Samuel. And thank you to everyone else. Oh my God, I speak so fast sometimes. Thank you to everyone else who's been a part of the stream today. Take care of each other. Stay safe. And peace.